friends start acting different when your nigga come around. You need to cut that bitch off. I will tell you to beat her ass right there and then, but I don't want your motherfuckers saying that I'm promoting violence and shit. Now you know what the type of shit that I hate? I hate when a nigga come around, right, and the bitch wanna change her voice, her tone and shit, trying to talk all cute, you trying to act all delicate, talking about like, oh my god, are you serious? Bitch, why you talking like that, bitch? Your voice is well dipped like fucking Pop Smoke. All of a sudden you motherfucking talking like Kim Kardashian, stop fucking playing. Or when she trying to make you fucking look stupid, like you're asking her a question like, oh my god, remember that time that we almost drowned? And she go like, no, I don't remember, what are you talking about? Bitch, why you fucking trying to make me look fucking stupid?
Bitch, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. I sit right there and they're like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like that happened last week. What are you talking about? You don't remember. Why you talking like that? Why you trying to make that my nigga? Why would do that shit in front of the nigga to stop playing with me, bitch? I got friends like that, so I can relate.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Makosi. Today I happen to be in Abuja, Nigeria, and I am talking to Collins Chuku, CC, aka Shadyville, aka Real Life Superman.
All of this
is on my set. All of this is on my set. Why do you think people were so interested in your work?
Well, I think the key word would be difference. It was something different. It's not something you see every day, you know, because the first thing Tunde said to me, the moment he saw it, okay, now let me just tell you something. What happened like a month before that? I had written to Tunde Ednot, probably maybe his team or something, and I was asking them how would I be able to promote one of my posts, what would it cost and all of that. You know, they sent me a cost and everything, and
just like how you sent me a cost.
Yeah. You know this.
Come on, isn't it? So tell me.
So I was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to afford this right now. You know, and then I sent a video. I sent one of my Speed Darlington videos. Right. But I don't think they watched it. Right. So when this happened, when he came into my DM like immediately when he posted video, and then he just picked like 6 other videos and I was just posting them, and then he said, who are you? That's what he asked me. Who are you? You are so talented. How do you do this? Someone just showed me your stuff and it's completely different. I've never seen anything like this. So I said, let me just crack your head a little bit. You know, I sent you guys an email sometime, and then it was like, well, that's the thing with talent. It can't hide. It will come out.
Exactly.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So it's like, it will definitely come out.
Yeah.
No matter what. And then that's what, you know, when he said that, when he asked me that question, I was like blown. You know, and I was like trying to understand where he was seeing me from. Right. Because he put the caption for the CARDI B video, and when he did that, well, the next post was, that's what life should be. This is how it should be. Find something that you're really good at and just stick to it.
So literally we went from a rate card to the posts were for free. But that's the conversation we were having yesterday, to say if it's something that's happening from your heart, no amount of money can pay for that.
Exactly.
Like literally, like you can send someone a rate card, but no amount of money can pay for something that you were just born with, like with the gift.
Exactly.
I mean, when did you realize that you could do this?
Well, I've been doing this like, you know, all my life. Like growing up, like I told, growing up, I always used to watch a lot of movies with my siblings. A lot. Like, you know, used to act movie scenes, we have people come to the house. I always tell this story because this is like the real story. People come to the house and they will act out scenes from Home Alone, you know. Who is it? It's me, Snakes, I got the stuff. Living on the doorstep, get the hell out of here. But what about my money? What money? You know, so our neighbors.
And how old were you then?
I guess this time, by Home Alone, I was already maybe 8, 10 or something. Yeah. But you know, but we used to do Pink Panther, we used to do Scarface. Yeah. Me and my brothers would come and they say, you need people like me, so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Go on, say goodnight to the bad guy. This is the last time you're ever gonna see a bad guy in your life again, I tell you that.
Tell me how you do it, tell me the how.
Okay, now, what I do is a secret. But basically, what I really do is I just watch. Okay. when I watch and then I listen to you, I try to sound like you. I don't know how it comes. Like, I think it comes from the heart. I just try to tone down my voice or take up my voice or, I try to, what I really, really, really do is I try to memorize something you've said before.
Right.
Now, if I can see what you've said, can I do you?
Wait. What are you? Oh my God! But this is not a video. Cut. When people come to you and they're absolutely fascinated by who you are, like, what is your why behind all of this?
When people come to me, they're really fascinated about it, because for me, making these videos or doing this, they're really exciting to me. I find a lot of joy doing it. I feel happy or excited whenever I am able to imitate someone, like I like Obama a lot. Like I remember when he was
You look
his
like
first
his young
page.
brother. Like totally.
Totally. So and then I'd watch him, and then I just watch the poise, watch the confidence, watch the swagger, the courage, and then I just say, okay, I want to sound like this guy. And then I watch the way he talks and he moves and says, my name is Barack Obama, for president of the United States of America. It's a collection of blue states and red states. Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it blows my mind.
So, I don't know. So when people come to me and then they say things like, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Or you give me so much joy.
Exactly.
Like, I've seen a lot of comments like that. I've seen people just meet me in the mall and they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you were the one. I was thinking it was you. I'm not so sure. Can I get a picture? You're just awesome.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about people coming up to you and asking for pictures?
It gives me so much joy. I feel really good about it. Sometimes I may be having a bad day and then I just see someone. I met a lady one time in Lagos, in the mall in Lagos. She was turning 42 the next day. She looked pretty young. She just looked like a chick. And then she saw me and then she came to me and was like, she was with her daughter, and then she came to me and I didn't know she was her daughter. So I thought it was her younger sister. And then she said, I don't know how you do what you do. That she just came to me and I was having a stressed out day. That day I had been to the mainland and back to the island. It was crazy. And then she just went, I don't know how you do it, but you just give me so much joy.
Wow.
Like just watching you, the ability to be able to sound like someone and even give the same gestures and expressions.
Exactly.
How are you able to do it? You just give me so much joy. Tomorrow is my birthday. Can I just take a picture with you? And you just say something.
Oh, that is actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that is no longer Shadyville. That is like Colin touching people's hearts. And you said something about you were having a bad day.
Yeah.
How do you deal with challenges? How do you deal with a bad day?
Yeah, sometimes when you're having like a really, really bad day, you can't really control your environment or the things that have affected or that have caused that to spring up. But what I do is over time, and now I think it's stronger for me and it's more powerful. First of all, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. Like my major source of strength is from God. Like, people see me, of course I have fun, I can go out, I can do what I want to do, but I still draw that strength. I always try to listen to the word of God. Like I read a Bible plan called the Bible in 1 year every day. So, it's really bulky. So I play it. It has an audio. So I just play it and then I listen to what the message is. I can just pick 1, 2, 3 things from there. Now, before this, group, this happened.
Because it is this.
Yeah.
From 3,000 to almost 250,000.
Yeah.
Like it is this.
Yeah.
So before this, it was much easier.
Before this, it was. I think it's much easier now. Before this, whenever I was having a bad day, I'd feel really down because I feel sometimes, especially because I felt at that time that I shouldn't be here. I think I'm supposed to be somewhere else. And in those moments,
that thing,
yeah,
that you don't know what it is, but you just feel,
yeah,
I should be somewhere else.
Yeah, I have that feeling. Like I just know that this is not you. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be out there. You know. And then when I see my friends who probably I started with, you know, I'm happy for them. You know, I get excited for them and stuff. But then it kind of like reminds me and tells you, what are you doing? Why are you still here?
Right.
I grew up in Jos, Nigeria, and I used to rap with MI, Jesse Jags, Ice Prince, and all.
Wow.
You know, so
you rap?
Yeah. That's where Shadyville came from, Eminem. I used to rap on stage, perform as Eminem, dye my hair, you know, do all of Eminem songs and stuff. So I used to rap with them, MI, Jesse, Ice Prince. We even did a song, went to Bauchi, we performed, you know. And when I was coming to Abuja to serve, they were going to Lagos. I remember one time, Ice Prince had to hit me up on, there was something that was trending on Twitter where you put a number, you tweet a number, and then someone who has a question to ask you picks that number and asks you in your DMs, and then you answer.
Right.
So he picked that, and then I asked the question, and he responded with, "Go back to rapping, bro." Or just come back.
Just come back.
Because it just felt like they had gone, and then they were out of reach. Like I could reach them, you know, but it wasn't the same thing
it wasn't
again.
The same, yeah.
So I used to feel really bad, like, God, why? What's going on? But when I realized that, you know, you just have to believe in yourself. Like you just have to believe in yourself, trust God, and know that it'll just happen. It'll happen.
You will draw it to you.
Exactly.
What is success? What does success mean to you? If I asked you what is success, what would you say?
Well, I'd say success is feeling fulfilled. It doesn't necessarily mean monetary. Of course, we all want the cheese, you know. But sometimes when you are satisfied, peace of mind, you're happy with what you're doing. I worked in the bank for 5 years. I worked in a private company. Yeah, you know, I've worked in places, but I wasn't.
You've done your time.
Yeah. So you know, but I wasn't happy.
Okay.
You know, and then for every time that I did a video or I did something and I put it out there, and then
you just felt something.
Yeah.
You just felt like this is who
I should be.
Wow.
That
so
kind of thing.
would you say you're successful? Are you fulfilled?
Climbing.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, I've tasted it, so I want more of it.
So you know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. Right. I know what it feels like. I know it's a completely different feeling.
Right, and then finally on forgiveness, has anybody ever like offended you to the level where you thought, I don't know if I can forgive this person?
Yeah.
And how did you go about forgiving them, and why was it important for you to forgive them?
That's a very, very tough question, you know.
I can imagine.
I'll say, well, you know, I've been forgiven several times too, as well, as a human being. And then I think that humanity supersedes all.
Sure.
Like I feel most times we try to place ourselves like in the position of God.
Sure.
Like we want to be that supreme being. But when you find that you are not God and it can happen to you, this can happen to you, why don't you just let it go?
I hope you're enjoying Real Life Superman. Don't go away. When we come back, he's going to be talking about forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Welcome back, Habibis and Habibitis.
Habibti.
Welcome back.
Shu Habibti.
So before we went off, you were talking about forgiveness.
Yeah.
How do you forgive the unforgivable?
Okay, now, so I just remembered another word that I saw somewhere. I think it's a devotional as well. It says, this is guy, Bishop Sandy Miller, I think. He said he was walking on the beach. And then he saw footprints from people who had, you know, gone before him. Right. And it was kind of like they were, the sand had churned them up, like the footprints were there, you know. And then he walked on them as well. Then the next morning when he came, the sea had washed everything off.
Right.
So to him, it was like Jesus telling him, this is total forgiveness.
Wow.
Like, you're cleaning everything that has passed. It's like changing a feeling, an emotion. It's hard. There are things that you feel are unforgivable, but I mean, Christ forgave us. You know what I'm saying? He died for us and stuff. So sometimes when, like I've said before, there's a guide. People have their sources. It's either you have God, you have whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is, but I like to remember that I have a source.
Right.
So when I feel that I'm going off key or something, I just try to just look for something that'll give me that strength again. So if I feel I need to forgive this person, even if I feel I don't need to forgive you, I just remember that, God forgave us. And I mean, He's giving us just that grace.
We get another chance every single day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single day. Yeah, that's how you let go. But I mean, there's still some people that
I know, right? You just think,
break your neck. Because we're human.
Talking about strength and breaking people's necks. I've seen you in the gym, and I know it's a trait of highly successful people. They wake up and they exercise. Yeah. Like, do you work out every single day?
At least 4 times a week or 3 times. 3 to 4 times in a week.
Do you prefer working out solo or group?
I prefer working out group. Not group per se, but just have someone. Either 2, 3 for motivation. Because I feel like I'll cheat myself if I'm just doing by myself. I want to do a deadlift and then I say, okay, I'm supposed to do 20. Man, you can't go, just drop it.
Right.
But when you have like a trainer or a friend or someone who's doing it with you as well, and then you get to like 18 and then it says, just go, you can do it, you'd complete it. That's what I feel. Right. Sometimes I just want to spend just my time alone in the gym. Right. Like when everyone has gone, I have this, where I work out, there's this guy who I really like the way he kind of like guides me. He's one of the trainers there. He's not the owner of the gym, but I just like the way I just like the communication. He understands, so he gives me that time and the attention and the ability to just, push me. He has the ability to push me, like, you can do this, encourages me. So I do that most times when I'm done working out and people have left the gym. I just spend some time, just work, do some life work. Do you think he treats you a little bit better because you are a celebrity? No, that's why I like him. Because it's not about, the first 2 days, he didn't know who I was. He didn't know I was Shadyville. It was when I tagged him on my story,
Right, okay.
And then he was like, I didn't know he was a boss as soon as you, like,
But is he extra nice now? You think?
No, he isn't.
Right, okay.
I think it's just who he is. Because the same way he relates with me, the same way he relates with every other person.
So that's his persona.
Yeah, but I think he realized that I really needed that encouragement. Like I needed someone to guide me. Because when I walked into the gym the very first day, I was, Mayo had told someone, Emmanuel, I mean, they're pretty nice guys. They're all pretty good. But I just have a strong connection with this particular guy. So he just told him to look out for me in the first workout, which was the warrior workout. And then when we started, I liked the encouragement. I liked the way he was just understanding. Because I told him, I said, see, this is what I want to achieve. And
what is that? What are you trying to achieve with your fitness journey?
You wanna know?
Yes.
You really wanna know? Yes. Well, I think, sometimes, like you said something about how successful people is lifestyles, a habit.
Yeah. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right?
Exactly. Waking up and working out gets you going for the day.
Waking up and working out gets you going for the day.
Yeah.
Shadyville. I like that. So that's your goal.
Yeah, that's like it just kicks me for the day. I just feel, you gotta go. But when you just wake up and you just day in bed, like you're sleeping and stuff. Your days just dragging and dragging, but it gets
It
me
really
going.
just kicks you up.
Yeah, then I want to stay free, you know.
Okay, I want to talk about love. Now that you want to look good all the time, I want to talk about love. What is love? You know, I'm still looking for answers. What is love? Superman.
Now, love, first of all, like, you know what? We know that love is God.
Yes.
Yeah? I don't sound like a pastor.
No.
But you know
you
what?
want to sound like Shadyville.
Exactly. No, now let me just explain to you. Love is God. Love with a person. First of all, what comes to mind is most people think about the highest temptation, like, okay, this person, she has that, this is that, down, she, there, you know, and then I want just to hold her, you know, stuff like that. That's love to people too.
Yeah.
I feel love means being deeply committed and connected to a person. Like,
You're throwing in these nuggets. Hey! Committed and connected, not by the waist, by the heart. I love that. Yeah.
I feel it might not necessarily mean that you're always going to get the whole, sensual, you know, physical is good and all. Sometimes you just need someone who you can connect with. It might not necessarily be your spouse. It could be your friend.
Yeah.
It could be your brother. It could be someone you just love being around. You know, you talk to some people, there are people that I speak with that I have to speak with almost every day. Like I have a friend who I have to call because just speaking with him, I can get, I don't know, some sort of inspiration on how to go about something.
Out of you.
Exactly.
That's really amazing.
So I think love is just that, being connected and deeply committed to someone, like connected.
Connection.
So
finally, I need some clarity from you.
Okay.
Do you regret not moving to Lagos to rap, or do you feel you are exactly where you should be for now?
I actually really feel I'm exactly where I should be for now.
That's awesome.
Because this is kind of like a revelation. It's kind of like you're just seeing stuff that have been on the rug or something. You know, there's something that happened to me like a week before the last Big Brother. Was it a week or maybe a month before the last Big Brother? I wanted to go on it. I wanted to be on it and stuff. You know, I was just really thinking about it, and then at the time,
you would have been a hit though, because you're so cute. You're so cute. I would have watched you secretly with my coffee. I'm like, that one is the one I'm voting for.
Okay, I'm voting for him.
Okay, so what happened?
So, you know, at that time, I got a car. I was going to put the car on Taxify and Uber and stuff, you know. And then I wanted to drive it for myself and see what it was like, your experiences, and understand it before giving it to a company. So I was driving myself in Abuja here, and I was picking people.
You were Taxify?
Yes, I did that. Did that to get my mind out. You know, there was so much thinking and like, because I quit my job. I wanted to just focus on...
I really think you're amazing.
Thank you.
Like, I really think you are amazing.
So
like, I'm glad we bumped into each other.
I'm glad too.
Excuse my French, but keep going.
Yeah, you know, so I was driving in Abuja, speaking to people and stuff, and then I picked someone at Koza. His name is Kedono Momo. I picked him up in the evening. He was going to somewhere in Jahi. And when he got into the car, he asked me, he was, you know, a nice guy. He just asked me, so what do you do besides this? We were just driving, and then he asked me, and I said, well, this is kind of like pastime to me, and I want to experience this, and I want to distract myself. I'm actually an actor. I'm a content creator. This is what I do. This was sometime last year, before all of this. I think I was maybe on 2K
before
followers.
All of this.
Yeah.
You have to do this when you say all of this. Before all of this. Yeah.
So I think I was on like maybe 2K followers on Instagram. So I showed him my page. I had mimicked a couple of people also. So he was in the car. He looked, and then he stopped and said, "This is amazing." That's what he said in the car. Mm-hmm. So I drove with him, and he wanted to pick up something from somewhere else before going home, and then he got that stuff, and then he asked me. Okay, I told him, yeah, I think this is really good, but I think I need to go on Big Brother because, I feel it's gonna propel me, it's amazing and stuff, And then he says to me, "No, I don't think you really have to." And I was like, "No, I have to." And I was like, "No, I don't really think you have to." And then I got to his house, we parked in front of the house, and we spoke for like maybe 30 minutes, and he was telling me, "You're going to have a very wonderful breakthrough." That's what he said. I called him. He doesn't. When I called him, when all of this happened, he was shocked. He was trying to remember how I still saved his number and stuff and everything, because we were now friends on Instagram. And then when the show started, I have a friend on the show, Jeff. He's like
Jeff worked in a bank or something. Yeah, light-skinned. Yeah, yes, I know Jeff.
So Jeff is kind of like a younger brother to me. We grew up in Jos together, with same primary school and stuff like that. So I've known him, and he was on the show. I was happy that he was on the show, but at the same time I was feeling, man, listen, you could have been on the show, because Jeff asked me the day before he auditioned. I was on set for another film, and then he asked me, "Are you going to audition?" I was like, maybe if I finish on set in time. But I was having doubts, and I didn't go again. Now, this guy told me, on that very first day when Jeff came out and everything, he chatted to me and told me, "My wife thinks that I'm the reason you didn't go to Big Brother again." And I was like, man, actually, I felt a little bad when I just, and stuff. And then he said, "No, it's still coming." That's what he said.
Wow.
I was like, "Who are you? Why are you saying this? Who are you?" And then he's like, "No, it's still coming." And then all of this just started happening. I had to call him. I was overwhelmed. I had messages. I still have messages. I mean, there are calls. There's so many calls, but I had to call him. And I asked him, "How did you feel it? What happened?" He just said when he watched, he just felt there was a difference here. There was something he saw. He can't really explain it, but that he feels this is just the beginning, and there's so much, coming out of it.
I actually think you're really, really inspiring, and I'm so glad you've shown the viewers this side of you, which is such a beautiful side, because sometimes when we go, like when I knew I was going to interview you, I went on your page, so I'll see people who comment a lot, and then I'll go to their DM, and then I'll be like, "Why do you follow this guy? Like, what is that?" And one woman said to me, "Respite. Like, when I want to get away from life, I just go to his page." So I really wanted to know what it is that draws people to you. That's why we had you here. And I think I see why people are drawn to you. They don't know what they're coming for. They think they're coming for the guy with the dick on the head.
Got a dick on my head. For real.
But I absolutely think you're so inspiring. I think you're so deep. So I would like to give you a gift. Drum roll! So I know you like Trevor.
Yes, I do.
I know he's... When I talk to you, though, I kind of see Trevor.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah?
A couple of people say that too.
Yeah.
You'd be a great Trevor. You push Trevor out of business. I'm not really.
No, but when I do see you, I see Trevor. Trevor is really smart. You can mistake Trevor for a comedian.
Yeah.
But Trevor is really deep.
He is. And very intelligent, yeah.
And I think your stories, they're not identical, but then the journey. Because sometimes there are people who've made all this money, but they can't tell you how they got there.
Yeah. With
Trevor, you can see a journey. With you, we can see your journey building up. So I thought, since you're coming on today, I'm going to give you this book, Born a Crime by Trevor.
Merci beaucoup. Oh, how am I supposed to do this now? Oh. Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the book.
Yes, I will.
And my greatest desire is somewhere down the road, I'll be giving someone your book.
That's a desire too.
Yeah, because like when I hear your story, I read a book. You're like a book. listening to you is like flipping through a good book, sitting by Jumeirah Tower Beach, just having a good time.
With your director under the bridge. Gotcha.
Exposed. With my director. No, but
you know, sorry, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not exposed.
No expose. So it was really nice to have you on Makosi today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inspiring
everyone
who's going to watch this video. And guys, subscribe, like, and follow us. Until next time, take care of yourself and take a...
Okay, I stopped again.